Today we're opening up a series of dialogues on women empowerment. She's Next, empowered by Visa and Forbes Woman Georgia. She's Next is the campaign that has been launched in the US in 2019, and today, due to Visa's support, it has been expanded globally, and it has reached us in its second phase, the first phase being very successful. So we will be opening up the series of dialogues, and my first guest in this format is Ms. Kristina Dorosh. Ms. Dorosh, thank you for being with us, and thank you for taking our questions in this dialogue format.
Dear Elena, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I need to say I'm really excited, both professional and personal, to be part of this initiative, because it's very important from our business side, from the business development standpoint. And on the other hand, I'm personally so much excited and thrilled about being a part of a project that really supports local communities, local female entrepreneurs. So it's really exciting for me. Thank you very much for having me.
Wonderful. Let's start then, and let's start with the date that we are in today. It is 8th of March. What would you say? Does this date portray what we will be speaking of women empowerment today in this contemporary world?
It's a good question, and frankly, probably it has kind of two folds to me. On one hand, it's definitely a very nice tradition to celebrate women, mothers, and girls, and everything that women do on that particular day. But in my point of view, we all need to always remember, support, and care about women, not just on this particular day, but like the whole year around. So that's why I believe it is very important to focus on everything that is related to sustaining and supporting females overall, women overall, female entrepreneurs, girls running for STEM and all these areas throughout the year. But anyway, it's a nice tradition and nice occasion to speak about those important things today at the beginning of March, when the whole world is celebrating women.
So how does Visa view women empowerment? What does that mean? What should it mean to our viewers?
I would like to start probably from a bit broader perspective. Visa has been always focusing on supporting local small medium businesses. And it's very important for us for many reasons. One of the critical components of Visa mission overall, of Visa's purpose in business world, is supporting individuals, businesses, and economies to thrive. And as small and medium businesses are actually keyborn of any economy, it's the most important employer. It's one of the most important contributors to any economy, to any GDP of any countries. That's why it's been always very important for us to support local small and medium businesses across the world and all the more than 200 markets where Visa operates. But besides that, we all understand and we recognize that specifically female entrepreneurs, businesses run by women, may change even bigger difficulties than usually it's kind of normal or usual in small business world. So for that particular reason, being committed as Visa to support female entrepreneurs, we have launched this array or suite of different initiatives. One of the most important of them is obviously She's Next, Empowered by Visa initiative, where we bring all the stakeholders, all the forces in the market together. Mainly, and Elena, you said, what does it mean kind of for people? What does it mean women empowering? So what we do during these initiatives is actually, it can range around three most important pillars. First is to better understand what are the largest hurdles women are facing when they decide to run a business, when they run a business. What are the biggest challenges they have? Where are the largest pain points they need help with? The second pillar is opportunity to create a platform for them, an opportunity to create a platform where women can build a network, can connect to each other, can learn from each other, can be inspired by each other. And the third pillar is probably coming out of the second one, is enablement and inspiration for women entrepreneurs, to show them that tools and resources and knowledge and experience, all of those can be brought to them and they can use it and can be inspired by examples of successful women leaders who were facing the same challenges and managed to overcome them. So all that put together means empowerment for us.
Since you mentioned the challenges, the main one that we hear in this respect is that there is less accessibility to finances for women. Is this the main challenge, and is this the only challenge that that we can see? Is this the only barrier for women to be empowered?
And that's a very good question, Elena. Of course, to be able to tackle the problems where they really are, what we started with in Georgia specifically, we conducted pulse survey where we understood, for focus groups, we understood what exactly are the biggest challenges, the one you're mentioning. And we were speaking not about challenges only, of course. In this survey, we were also speaking of what drives these people, these female, the most? What is their biggest inspiration? What are the biggest challenges they face? What they would expect from such a program as ours? So the outcome of this research is really quite interesting. We can say that the three largest motivators for women to start their businesses, to start their entrepreneurship career is, number one, is the desire to develop professionally. Second is the desire to earn more money, which is obviously and very actual in these days. And third one was the desire to make a long life dream come true. When we come to challenges, what our survey showed and revealed is that indeed, as you said, fundraising and getting an initial investment or capital to start the business, to invest into their business, or at a later stage to grow the business, this one was one of the biggest challenges mentioned by women. And also, if we continue this list, other challenges were mentioned as need for support in terms of expertise, knowledge, and tools. In other words, to know better how to create a business plan, for instance, to apply for a grant. Or it may be also information about payments overall, how online payments can help small, medium businesses to grow and further develop. Small number of women actually said they knew how online payments could help them develop their business. And this is exactly what we can help with. We can help them better understand that bringing different types of payments and online platforms can really help sustain and grow the business. So all of those kind of wide spectrum of questions we've asked to better inform ourselves and to be ready now with the second wave of the She's Next initiative. We are now preparing to be launched in Georgia soon. We can make it really targeted impact on those pain points or challenges that were highlighted by women in the research.
One thing that we also hear very often is that women are less self-confident than men, and this is one barrier that might be making hard for them to be empowered and to be involved in economy, in business, and become real entrepreneurs. Would you say that this urge for knowledge and expertise is because of the lack of self-confidence or because of the ambition to become better?
What we believe is important for women to really start feeling is first inner empowerment, when we should know that being a woman is really okay to go for whatever profession you would love to start a business if you think it's what you want to do, not be afraid of kind of perceptions and stereotypes out there. That's on one hand, it's more to the inner side of who we are and inner confidence. And exactly for that, we're bringing those inspirational sessions with successful women who were obviously teared apart with the very same challenges and very same stereotypes, and they managed to overcome it. Therefore, their experience is so precious to young ladies just starting their career. And on the other hand, as you rightfully pointed out, knowledge, expertise, business tools, better understanding of business itself, all those things will surely equip female entrepreneurs with better opportunity to successfully run their business, and therefore will surely bring more confidence.
What were some of the results of the first phase of She's Next Empowered by Visa campaign that gave you this confidence that you need to proceed with the second phase? Because we're talking about pandemic, we're talking about uncertainty all around the world, so to say. What gave you that certainty to go on with the second phase?
What we've done in the first phase, the whole area of those activities showed us that it was the right decision to start this activity, maybe even more important right now as we are at the middle of the pandemic, when local businesses, small businesses are being hurt so badly and where they need support probably more than ever before. And when we conducted that research, we clearly saw that first, women are desperately interested in getting advice, piece of knowledge and expertise, and inspiration. 45% of women said they would wish they had an advice from another female entrepreneur when they started their business. 73% of women said they need that network for the exchange of experience, knowledge, and for the inspiration. So that's why what we did, we established that She's Next Empowered by Visa network, where more than 700 entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, joined our Facebook group that we have established. Together with Forbes Georgia, we have created She's Next platform, where successful female leaders were sharing their insights, wisdom, strength, and inspiration. And on the educational side, together with Women for Tomorrow, we have conducted a series of 4 workshops on the different important areas of female leadership and female entrepreneurship. All the feedback we've got, all the requests we have now from that Facebook group participants, for instance, showed us that female entrepreneurs in Georgia, this group we reached, they are so desperate to continue this experience, to be able to get more knowledge and experience, to be able to hear more from successful female leaders. So that's why we decided that even though, yes, we are in the pandemic, it's very high level of uncertainty, but these people, these female, these wonderful examples of strength and courage, they need our support, and we are committed to provide it.
So what is the result, or what should be the ultimate result of this campaign? What would you like to see in the end?
We want to create a network where they can exchange their contacts, get connected, get knowledge from each other, get insights and advices from each other. And this keeps these women motivated, prepared, resourceful, and inspired. And I'm sure today, maybe in some Georgian village, there is a woman working as a farmer, and maybe she needs to hear today and right now that the challenges she's facing, she's not alone in that. There are people who can help her. There are people who can show her that this is at all possible to do. So we are positive that this inspiration is really critical for these people. And third piece, through the platform we're building and now being equipped with the knowledge from research, where are the largest pain points these women need help with, we will be conducting a series of very practical workshops that will answer these pain points. How to prepare a business plan to apply for a grant. How do you actually apply for the grant if you need to? Where are the resources you should look at? How can you apply for a loan? How can you use digital payments? How can you go online and start selling online? Or broader, how to cope with all the uncertainty and all the stress? So answering all those questions, these webinars we are planning to will be the answers to these questions. So we believe that the success of the platform in Georgia will be through creating and maintaining the platform where female entrepreneurs can connect with, get inspiration from each other, knowledge, experience, and also to find out on a very practical level how to achieve certain areas or certain results in their field.
Yes, and I also view this platform as the space where women can also see the opportunities that they might not have been able to see through these exchanges of experiences, and learn not only on their own mistakes but also on the mistakes of others, which sometimes boosts confidence. The main barrier that we have been talking about. My last question to you, Ms. Dorosh, who empowered you?
So I think the first person who kind of empowered me was my dad. But then I was lucky again to be surrounded by wonderful, amazing women, which showed me their example on how you can lead both a business and your family, and being part of this network. And that was like not official network. We didn't have a network like we're establishing now in Georgia. I was working in a bank, and I had my direct manager, a lady, and she was having this approach of helping her direct reports to grow professionally. She would support you. She would allow you to argue with her or have a different opinion, what was kind of rare back then. So I think having such amazing examples around me helped me really to feel my inner power. And now I need to say that it gives me special pleasure and special importance, I think, to try to support young ladies or women around me, which I have in my network. And this is really what I feel very important, because I was supported when I needed it. When I felt crushed a few times, I was supported by women around me. And I think it's my kind of duty to do the same.
Yes, so Mr. It was kind of notable how you started your answer to my question. You said, I was lucky enough. Do you have this feeling that with this campaign, you are making a big change where women won't have to be lucky enough? They will just have these opportunities around them, and they will have the right to choose which opportunity to use.
You made just the perfectly correct accent on this word, lucky enough. Indeed, I believe I was lucky. I had that surrounding around me that allowed me to grow and continue and develop, but it shouldn't be a matter of luck. That's absolutely true. It should be a matter of continuous and consequent system actually put in place, where even in the school, when we start schooling or when we start kindergarten, at the educational process, at the kind of concept building process, we ensure that we have equality introduced in all that we do, starting with the kids' age, and not mentioning, obviously, the business area, where we should build a system where we know that women are hired at least at the same proportion as men are hired, that women get support when they need to take time off or to take care of their kids, because this is another very important part of women's life, when we very often fall out of the business and cannot come back because, of course, that time is very difficult to keep going professionally. So that's another area. And of course, we should create a condition where we have an equal pay for equal job done. You may remember that social experiment when kids in this kindergarten were asked to bring balls together, and they did an equal job, and boys were getting like more candies than girls. And some boys accepted it like it was okay. Some boys said, no, it's not fair. She should get the same number of candies. It was a joint work. So these notions, they should be we should be educating our kids starting from the very beginning. But coming closer to the She's Next in this regard, and I'm saying all these things because really it's a very broad challenge and question, and it cannot be definitely solved by just one initiative. But we are positive and we firmly believe that through what we do within She's Next, we can at least create the network and empower women to let them know more on what they can do, on how they can be successful, to give them some practical tools to achieving these goals in their business. And I personally really believe that at least this part will be a very critical and essential element of building a system where being empowered will not be a matter of luck anymore for a woman.
Yes, and my last question to you, so that we sum up our conversation, and what are the 3 recommendations that you would give to our viewers who are now watching?
If I may give an advice to anyone who would be interested to listen, I would probably say that's my kind of life, my personal life motto, and I think it helped me a lot. And it sounds like be scared and do it. Meaning that I realized, at least for myself, wasting my energy and my resources on not being scared or not having fears, it doesn't work for me. It's still, you cannot eliminate fears or these natural feelings from yourself. But what you can do is continue your movement, continue what you do besides those fears. So that's why I say, be scared, have fears, but do it. And second thing probably is have confidence in yourself. It's very important, and so many of us underestimate this thing. Trust in yourself, because you can do it.
Trust yourself and still do it. Thank you so much for this inspirational summary of our conversation, and I do hope that our viewers will listen to you, and thank you for taking our questions.
Thank you so very much, Elena. It was a real pleasure, and thank you for having me. And Zalian Didi Madloba.
Madlobat Queen.